Welcome to Revealing the Narc. Join me as I highlight narcissistic traits in celebrities and public figures. Everything here is in my opinion and not professional advice. If you enjoy the analysis, please like and subscribe. Hi everyone, I'm so excited to tell you that Real Housewives Recaps Jen, RHR Jen, is here with me. I can't even believe it. Hi Jen.
Hi, no, I'm the one that can't believe it. I want to thank you for having me. I've been so excited to talk to you.
This is a
Hi.
dream. Hi.
Oh,
It's
I
like
want to give you a hug.
I want to give you a hug. It's so surreal to talk to you and have you talk back to me. And okay, this is going to sound like insane, right? But like, when I'm watching
Oh,
you on YouTube, I do talk back to the TV sometimes. And
yay. That makes me so happy. Yay, because
yeah.
I do too much talking. So yay, talk back to me.
Yeah, so just out of curiosity, like what inspired you to start your channel?
Yeah, well, so I started it was around 2020, that fun time, right? And was really deep into Housewives at that point, the Housewives shows. That's where the old name came from, Real Housewives Recaps. Now I'm RHR, which, RHR, play on HRH. But I wanted to, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I knew I had this bubbly personality and I wanted to get it out there. And I thought, well, there's got to be other people that want to talk about housewives and stuff like that. So why not? So it just kind of spun from there. That's what made me start it.
I didn't realize till you just said it that RHR is a play on HRH. That's so cool.
That's Thank you. Yeah, it's formerly Real Housewives Recaps RHR. And then I thought, oh yeah, that's a play on HRH. I thought that would be cool where I do the royal family. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what happened to create that shift? Like how did you go from Real Housewives to the royal family?
Sure. So I kind of got burnt out on the housewife stuff and I got really into the Johnny Depp Amber Heard of it all.
Hmm.
I'm skipping some steps. I covered a lot of like Sex and the City show and that kind of helped my channel take off. But so that helped. But then I found Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and I had heard the term narcissist. I've taken psychology in the past and stuff. So I was vaguely familiar, but I hadn't seen it in action like that before. So when I don't know if you followed it, but when I saw that, I was like, oh, what is this? This is Real Housewives in action. Like, this is wild. So it just kind of took a different direction. And then after that, it led me to finding Megan. And I felt like, holy crap, like Amber walked so Megan could run, Like, I just feel like this is a whole different level we're seeing now. So yeah, it just kind of spun from my curiosity and fascination with narcissism as well. So
Yeah, so I haven't followed the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing, but a lot of people have recommended to look into it.
yes,
And so I don't know about it, but I know that a lot of the people in the Megxit community also
yes,
talk about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, and I trust their,
yes.
assessment of the
Well,
situation.
I can sum it up for you in about 30 seconds and tell you what got me is literally she would say things in court that were just so untrue. And the reason we knew they were untrue is because part of their therapy or whatever you want to call it, however they decided they wanted to spend their lives, they recorded a bunch of it. So you would literally have her in court saying something just, the sky is green, and then a video of her saying the sky is red, and there wasn't even a little bit of overlap. It was just the most bizarre thing to see somebody flat out lie. And now I realize it's narcissists. They do that. But to flat out lie about small things. Again, I go back to Megan. We got married 3 days early. Did you? No, I don't think you did, And Amber's was, Johnny, nobody's going to believe you if you tell these stories. And it was her on video saying that and then going to court saying something just totally different. So see, it all ties together. I think a lot of us that weren't around, I mean, I've experienced narcissists, but I wasn't raised by them. So I hadn't seen them up close, if you will. So if you see it like that, it's shocking and it gets your attention. So I think that's why there's so much overlap.
Yeah, completely. And I mean, Megan does the same thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
the one that came to mind was the one you just said about the getting married. Like, what was that all about? You know, and that one really
I
makes me question why, why would she, first of all, why lie about something so obvious that people can
mm-hmm.
find out the truth? Why lie about that at all? Like, what are you hoping to achieve with that? Because you're alienating an entire nation. The other thing that came to my mind was, one tear, left eye, go.
You're like, Megan, one tear, left eye, go. Give me 3 seconds.
Like,
Oh,
come
yes.
on. And so every time she cries, it's insulting my intelligence. Like, I take this personally. like, I,
Absolutely.
like,
Yes.
I'm not stupid. Okay, Megan, I'm not. I
Mhm.
could see all the
I,
stuff you've said before. It's on the TV. It's on YouTube. Oh my
you are so funny.
goodness.
I literally have said that, I think, in my videos, like, we're not stupid. We can see what you're doing. But
Yeah.
I think that's it is listen, I'm no narcissist expert, so I have no idea, but I'm just, in my opinion, it seems to be they think they're the smartest in the room. And again, I understand there's different types of narcissism and all that. That's where like HG or somebody like that would come in handy because I can't speak to that. But from what I could tell, she seems to think she is the smartest in the room. And she just says these things and him to an extent too. He says these things and they just expect that we'll be like, oh, okay, sure. If you say it's true, then it's true. It's like, no, that's not true.
And the thing is, no one, as far as I can, so I'm trying to think of the situation, like what would happen because no one challenges her. Everyone, like
Mm-hmm.
what we've seen on the TV when people have talked to her, like Oprah didn't challenge her. All these other, when she was in South Africa, no one challenged her. So what would it look like if she was challenged? And I can tell you off based on my experience with narcissists, this is where gaslighting comes in. Or actually, you know what's a good example of this? Harry and the Anderson Cooper show,
Okay. Okay.
where on Oprah, they basically call the royal family racist. And then
Yes.
he goes on Anderson Cooper and was like, we never said that. Who said that?
Oh,
The media
that's right.
said
The
that.
press said that. Yes.
And then he accepts an award for fighting
Oh,
racism in the monarchy. Like, this is gaslighting. Like, come on.
I mean, we're right back there right now because he's accepting an award for climate change. I mean, the dude can't fly commercial. We're right back. It's Groundhog Day.
Oh my gosh. Oh
We're
goodness.
right. Yeah, we're
The
right back there. Yeah.
hypocrisy. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
It's too much.
Yes.
And I think a
I'll
lot of
put a
people,
plug for my channel and say I have like a 3 hour long compilation of cringe and hypocrisy where I just go over exactly that, where it's like, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
yeah,
It's so crazy. They just do it so often. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
mm.
So, what do you think is the worst thing that Harry and Meghan have done?
Oh, that is such a tough question because they have done so many things. My first instinct, honestly, is I go to that Oprah interview because I think about what they were accusing the family of, like you say, the racist stuff, and what the Queen was going, Her Majesty the
Mhm.
Queen was going through at the time, having just lost her husband, having to deal with this on top of everything else, on top of being the Queen. I think I would say that would be it. It's hard to pick because there are so many things, believe me, but that just knowing the circumstances around that, oh, it makes me sick. It really does. Like you can hear
Yeah.
my voice. I get real upset about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Lilibet. Like
Oh.
like I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it,
Mm-hmm.
that this name was so precious to the Queen. And,
Mm-hmm.
her dear husband passes away in April 2021. And 2 months
Mm-hmm.
later, they stole her name. Her,
Oh.
and I heard like there were people that commented when I've done videos about this that the Queen
Mm-hmm.
requested that people stop calling her Lilibet because
Mm-hmm.
it like her heart
It was
was so
special.
broken after Prince
Yes.
Philip passed away. So
Yep.
for them to take it, and then now it's coming out that they Meghan copyrighted the name months before. And I actually did a video on this just a couple of days ago because I'm, when I create my clips, I'll choose like one event and I'll analyze the entire event and I'll generate a bunch of clips that I'll show on X. And I was
Uh-huh.
analyzing the Birkenhead when she was wearing the red coat and the purple dress. So as I was
Uh-huh.
preparing a video, I looked up an article about the event. So she was pregnant with Archie at the time. It was 2019. And
Uh-huh.
Harry was overheard, and at this time they didn't know the sex of the baby. Harry was
Mm-hmm.
overheard talking to a mother whose daughter was named Lily, and Harry
Uh-huh.
asked, "How do you spell her name?" So to
Oh my gosh.
me, this is like in 2019, they already had in
Uh-huh.
mind, if not, if
Uh-huh.
not Lilibet, at minimum, Lily, right?
Oh my
So
gosh.
the,
Yeah.
it's just
Wow,
so
good
heartbreaking.
catch. Good for you.
I mean, I just
That's
stumbled upon
amazing.
that and
Uh,
it's it's just alarming.
mm, it
It's
is.
so cruel that is to
It's
treat the queen.
premeditated. Uh-huh.
Yes. And it's like this, and this is why I think Meghan is a malignant narcissist because she wants to inflict pain. So,
Mm-hmm.
and my experience with this is that I believe that my stepmom is a malignant narcissist. She wants to see
Okay.
people cry. Well, my stepmom. I can't say for Meghan.
Uh-huh.
And this is allegedly and
Sure.
in my opinion. But
Uh-huh.
when Meghan did that, where in 1 minute when she's on Oprah, she's accusing the royal family of racism, and then she
Uh-huh.
flip-flops and appears to make this tribute to the queen by naming her daughter after her, and we know her intent is malicious. It's it's
Yes. Uh-huh.
that's the malignancy. It's evil. It's pure evil.
It is.
Yeah.
You're right. You're spot on. Yeah, you might just be right on that. Oh, it
Yeah.
gives me chills too. I hate it.
It makes me
I don't want to be
so
around
mad.
that.
I was actually
Uh-huh.
I talk to my mom about this stuff all the time, and I started telling her this story, and I started crying on the phone. Like,
Oh,
it's just so unbelievable how you could do that to this woman who dedicated her life to service. And you know
you're
what?
exactly right.
Even if she didn't dedicate her life to service, even if it was an ordinary grandmother-in-law, who
Yeah.
does
Uh-huh.
that?
You're so right. You're absolutely right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
so if you could ask Harry or Meghan one unfiltered question, what would it be?
Oh, okay. So, hmm, there's so many. So when you say unfiltered, do they have to tell the truth? Is that what it is?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. There's so many I want to ask. So I do feel like I need to preface this by saying I am always, always, always Team Catherine. She's my favorite. So I'm always in her corner. So my instinct is to say something like, tell me everything exactly what you have done and said about Catherine. And that would include, I'd like to know about Charlotte too, if I'm allowed to. But if not, then just stick to Catherine. I need to know exactly because I don't think we've even scratched the surface
Hmm.
on Catherine. Bringing out, bringing up old nicknames to hurt her, bringing up like stupid lip gloss stories to hurt her,
Hmm.
trying to make her seem cold. I could go on and on, like all the things that she does and constantly jabbing at her, messing with her birthday. Now we see it in real time. It's so disgusting what her I call them the mediocre mafia now. What Meghan's fans, the mediocre mafia, are doing, trolling Catherine like this, a woman dealing with cancer or, just having overcome cancer, whatever stage she's in with cancer. It's true. I mean, you shouldn't do that to anybody, but especially somebody that is going through that. It's just disgusting. I keep saying disgusting. I'm sorry. I need a new word. It's abhorrent. It really is. It really makes me sick. So my question then would be, tell me everything you have done to Catherine because I want to hear it because I'm saying, I know she was behind this Rose stuff. I know she was behind,
Hmm.
I have to say in my opinion, she sure seems to be behind a lot of that stuff. So I want to know it all. The stuff it's not to hurt Catherine or to expose Catherine in any more ways. It's to expose Meghan and the awfulness and the evilness that lurks there and shine a light on that. So that way we really know what we're dealing with. Because I think there'd be so much more than we even knew.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
That's
totally,
a great question, though. That's a great question.
I'm totally team Catherine also.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I
absolutely.
love her. I think she is so elegant and so poised. And, there are stories that come out of, Catherine trying to be a peacekeeper. Now, whether the stories are true or not, can't you see her doing that?
Absolutely. I do
Like,
believe it. I do.
like she cares so much for her husband, and she sees that her husband is heartbroken over whatever is going on with her brother, that she would go in and try to fix it. Versus
That's
Meghan,
incredible.
versus Meghan adds gas to the fire.
You're
She
exactly right.
wants it to
Yep.
burn. Yeah.
That's what you're saying. When I was going to say, it's not in her best interest for them to reconcile. So she wants it to burn. You're exactly right. And you're making such a good point. It's just look at the difference. Look how they're handling it. I agree with you completely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think so. I really like your question. I really like it. What I think I would want to know
Uh-huh.
is everything surrounding how they met. I want to know, how did Megan stalk him? What
Uh-huh.
exactly she did, who she was involved with, where did they
Uh-huh.
actually meet? How did she
Yes.
love bomb him? What did she tell him?
Mhm.
All of that. How did she maybe a bigger umbrella question is, how did she entrap him? And I know this
That
kind
is
of
it.
takes away
Mhm.
responsibility from Harry because he's a grown man
Mhm.
and
Sure.
but I want to see from Megan's view, what did she do?
That is excellent. I want to be a fly on the wall and know that too. Yes, please.
Okay,
Yes,
if I ever
please.
ask them, I will tell you what they said. And if
Okay.
you ever ask
Okay.
them about what happened with
Yes.
Princess Catherine, please tell me.
Yeah. You got it. It's a deal. You got it. Oh man. Mm. Yeah.
Okay, so
Take care.
let's talk about some funny stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So if Harry and Meghan were on a reality show, what do you think the title would be?
So I'm an over preparer. So for this one, I came up with two, if it's okay. My first one was called "Don't Make Us Do Stuff," because notoriously they don't like to do stuff. Like in my videos, sometimes I say it's too hard. It's too hard to be a person. It's too hard to go to an event and smile and act around these normal people. You know what I mean? Like they just can't do basic things. It's too hard to record a podcast, even though I had 48 producers doing it for me. It's too hard. So Don't Make Us Do Stuff was the first one. And then it's kind of an ongoing joke on my channel that I have to say it like this. I'm sorry, but it's look at me. That's how I think she says that in her head. It's very breathy. I have a whole compilation of look at me moments where it's just her eyes at the camera. I mean, look at me as I walk down the, parking lot and get my photo taken. Look at me. So I think the other one will be called Look at Me.
Yeah, I
What
love
about
that.
you? Did you give it some thought? Thank you.
I
What do you think?
I'm thinking traitors.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, right? Uh,
That's so
I
good.
wonder if there
There you
could
go.
be like a fictional, like if they were members of their homeowners association, like if, like,
That's way
and,
too normal for them. They're royals, don't you know?
but they want to, well, Megan wants to control everything. She wants to make sure her neighbor's hedges are the right amount,
That's true.
the right length.
That's true. Mhm. But
She needs
not
to,
theirs. Yeah.
yeah, she
Mhm.
wants to make sure that her fences are built as high as possible because she can't have people looking
That's
in.
right. Riffraff, normal millionaires riffraff around.
um, what do you think is on Megan's Black Friday shopping list?
Oh my goodness gracious. This question really cracked me up. My first thought was, a bulk order of Sussex Royal stuff because remember for a long time she thought she was going to do Sussex Royal and tried to order a bunch of. So I just assume any day now she's going to try to trot that stuff back out, order a bunch of that stuff. But the disgusting answer I have is mommy's face cream.
Oh, yikes.
Gross. I know. But then again, I don't think she's helping Harry in any fashion anymore. So maybe not that. So then my last answer was jam. Maybe she'll buy some artisanal jams and just slap her own label on it so she can try to get more pictures. Those were my answers. What about you?
So I'm thinking an endless supply of microphones.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
Maybe a megaphone even.
Yes.
And I'm thinking like mirrors. Tons of mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
Ones with LED lights.
Add on? Yes. Can I add on a bunch of beige, boring, nonsensical, wrinkled outfits too? Because she'll probably need those.
Yes. That's funny. Okay, so who do you think Meghan would choose to play her in a movie that's about her life?
There's only one answer to this. I'm sorry to tell you. Her obsession, I've done videos on this, her obsession with Julia Roberts. And people are thinking it's rearing its ugly head again because allegedly, hypothetically, maybe she might have had more stuff done because her face looks different again. And people are saying she's going for the Julia look. She dropped the bronzer lately. So I'm going to say Julia Roberts. That's who she wants. What do you think?
I think Meghan.
Oh, God, I'm so stupid. Well, then that's the only answer. You're right.
No, I think Julia was my second. And I think Angelina Jolie, because she always had a fascination with her too. And also Jennifer Aniston, maybe. Because she also really was into Jennifer Aniston, I think.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Those are good choices. Yeah. No, the only acceptable answer now is Meghan. You're right. Now, did you see that Harry just did a promo? I don't know when this is going up, but the Harry just did a promo for Invictus and his acting was just as bad as hers. And that's saying something because hers is really bad. So he might want to get it. He might have the acting bug now too. He might want to get in on that action.
And I think the Sidley twins did a video about it yesterday, and they showed a clip from, I don't remember which year of Invictus it was, but it was the one where the Queen is in it and the Obamas are in it. He could act in that one.
Yeah, yeah.
He had talent in that one. Like, that was really funny.
He still had a fun or was pretending to have a fun personality at that point. I think he's dropped that.
Yeah, and it was a very awkward clip, like, and some of it was inappropriate. Like, no one wants to talk about, places that you could get tattooed. Like, no one but your wife, and probably not even your wife wants to.
Not his wife, no. But normal spouses, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so, what do you think is Harry's go-to response when he is in private with Meghan?
Yes, mommy. Just in that tone of voice, yes, mommy. I think she makes him call her mommy. And I think it's just going to his yes, mommy.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. Thanks. I really do. It's sick, but I really do. I think it's something like that because they do too much Diana cosplay and she likes to fancy herself Diana. So, yep, it would suit both of them. So, yes, mommy.
Yeah. Yeah, completely. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's probably like so stressed out all the time that he's checked out and he's like, whatever you say, dear. Whatever you say, dear. Like he just doesn't want to argue anymore. Whatever you say, Meghan. Okay, I agree. Because we're not going to get anywhere if I try to, debate or offer an opinion. Because it's like whenever she always talks for him, my husband feels. Excuse me? Why can't your husband express how he feels? Why are you expressing?
Why do you feel the need to remind us every 3 seconds you have one? It's very odd, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, she's reduced him to he doesn't have an he doesn't have a name.
He doesn't have a name. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean,
Very
the
odd.
Family Feud thing, like, even, not only does Meghan not think he has a name, but even in the public, he's reduced to Meghan Markle's wife.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
True.
husband,
Yeah.
Meghan Markle's
No, I know
husband.
what you meant. Yeah. 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 Well, you may not be wrong. No, I get, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
funny.
It really is. It
Okay,
really, yeah.
so if Meghan was a fictional character, which book or show would she fit in best? Or a character, if you can think of a character that she could be.
This was such a good question. It actually bugs me that I had trouble with this one because my honest answer is I really had trouble because I've just not seen anything quite like her before. I just haven't been around somebody like this or experienced it. So I struggled with this one because I don't want to do that to the other characters, but I ended up settling with, have you ever seen the show Archer?
No.
It's an animated show, and Archer himself is like a raging narcissist, but he's very funny and he very quickly can take down other people and insult them and stuff. Um, and so I would like to see her as a cartoon on that show because I feel like he could take her down. It'd be narcissist against narcissist, but it'd be interesting to watch. That's literally the only answer I could come up with. Otherwise, I can't. I'm such an avid reader. I thought of a million books, but I thought I can't drop her in with these other characters because I like them. And I just think she'd try to ruin everything. So, but it was an excellent question. What do you think?
Okay, so I want to preface this by saying, okay, I may alienate
Mhm.
some people here.
That's okay. You're allowed to
um,
your opinion.
yeah, but let's talk about the world before 2000, the year 2000, okay? I'm gonna say Maleficent.
Ooh, that's
I
good.
I see Maleficent, just the envy and the jealousy of not being invited, of cursing a child, of like
Okay.
100% I see Maleficent. Someone who's breathing fire because they're just so angry. Like they're so angry they can't hold it in. It comes out of their nostrils.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
See, I think I misunderstood the question. I thought I was just dropping her in somewhere. I wanted to see him take her down. But now I understand what you mean, and I'm stealing your answer too.
Yay!
That's so good. I think that's so. I actually went as her for Halloween one year, and like I don't even like to dress up me. That's how much of an empath I am. But I didn't like it. But no, I did. I got the horns and everything. So that's amazing. That's a great answer. I think you're right. I think you're spot on.
Yeah, thank
Just
you.
breathing evil. It's like bursting out of her pores.
Yeah, she can't even control it.
I
Yeah, and
think you're
she has her
right.
little minions running around. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what did you
Oh
call
yeah.
them? The something mafia?
Oh, I call them the Megan's mediocre mafia. Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
an
great.
alliteration.
That's
Yeah,
great.
thanks. Oh, yeah, yeah. They're
Well, thank you so much, Jen, for coming on. This was so fun. I would love to
of
do this with you
course.
again.
Same here. Thank you for having me. Can I just say, I am a huge fan of your work. I mean, I've recently discovered you and I'm so proud of your work. And I don't mean that in any other way except for lovingly because I've been at this for almost 5 years now. And it's taken me a long time, to build things up and to get kind of any kind of following and have people listen to me right out of the gate. You're doing an amazing job. So I just want you to know I'm with no condescending airs whatsoever. I'm so proud of you and I'm so proud of your work and keep it up. You're doing great. You really
Thank
are.
you. I'm so honored. You have no idea. I'm so honored. This is like a dream to be able to talk to you. And I mean, I've been watching you daily for months. So this is completely surreal. And yeah, I'm completely honored. Thank you.
The feeling is mutual and I just can't wait to see your successes continue and I like that you think you have a choice of having me back. I'm coming back. I love this show. So I'll be
Yay!
back. You want to go ahead and schedule next week? I'm down. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'll try to come up with more questions. These questions were really
Okay, great.
fun.
Yours were so good, but I'm going to go ahead and put in a plug for my channel because I'm about to interview you on my channel. So when you guys are hearing this, Although yours might go up first. I'm having a small procedure, so I might space this out a little bit. So maybe in the next few weeks, it'll be up on my channel. So if you want to learn more about our dynamic and the questions I have for you, then come over to my channel, RHR Jen.
Thank you so much, Jen. And I will put a link to Jen's channel in the description of this video. I want to thank you all for being here and listening, and I will talk to you all soon. Goodbye.